Hey Measuring Hero, we're at the ZEISS booth at Quality Show 2023 where we are showing different customer solutions across different customer segments. So why don't we go in and have a look.
Today what we're demonstrating is one of our automation solutions for CMM tending. The focus of this solution is to improve your machine utilization and allow operators to focus on more critical tasks such as CMM programming and reading quality reports. With a solution like this, we're using a palletized system on a high volume part. An operator essentially would set up these parts on these fixtures and place them onto the robot cart here, and the collaborative robot will take the parts, load them onto the CMM, and instruct the CMM which Calypso program needs to be run. These are very safe solutions to use in the measuring lab if you're looking to gain some sort of productivity in your working process. Built-in sensors allow the robot to easily be stopped if, for example, it bumps into someone or an object, and they can easily be maneuvered around, and they're very safe to use and implement in an environment without having to put safety sensors and other sorts of safety equipment which can interrupt your process. If you're looking to improve your CMM process, your new workflow, please reach out to ZEISS and we're happy to help you out in finding the right solution to fit your needs.
So many of our customers are becoming more concerned about technical cleanliness. So whether they're washing their parts to see if there's residual contamination, or they're filtering oil or other fluids to look for contamination, we have a nice solution here where we can take these filters and look for both metallic and non-metallic components. So for example, in the medical industry, if you have a syringe or an implant, you don't want contamination on those parts before they're put into the human body. So many of those customers will wash those things and then filter that wash residue and look for contaminants. So our software here is a nice job-based workflow so that we can look for, measure, and determine what types of particles are present. We have a polarized camera so that we can get all of this information in just one scan because we're capturing both polarization states at once. After the report, the customers can either save the data, and they can also flag important particles and then move it on to our SEM to do elemental analysis with our correlated microscopy workflow.
So we're standing here with a Contura measuring an electric vehicle stator. This particular one comes out of a current sports car. You've probably seen a few on the road. This is actually a 300 horsepower equivalent electric motor, which means there's a lot of new measurement requirements for a powertrain component like this compared to an old internal combustion engine. In particular, what we're measuring here is actually the thickness of the insulating epoxy that's carrying these hundreds of kilowatts through this motor. All of these fine welds here, we're able to measure not only their position and their depth, but also the thickness of the insulating coating on it using this confocal white light sensor. The confocal white light sensor that we call the dot scan is attached to our Contura, which is equipped from the factory with our multi-application sensor system. So whether you're doing micron level precision contact metrology, or you're starting to have to quality gate some of these newer manufacturing processes that are just now hitting the industry, we can put the sensor on it that will satisfy that requirement. We also have laser grid systems. We have metrology grade optical camera systems, as well as that industry-proven micron contact metrology. The reporting that you see is just the same as every other reporting option that you see out of a CMM. We can report form, position, size. In this case, we're measuring the actual flatness of these weld points as well as that film thickness. And we're able to do the entire stator at 100% inspection requirements in only a few minutes. Here we're showing the measurement of an electronics part. In this case, it's a PCB board. Some of the things that these manufacturers are interested in is fast and efficient and accurate measurements of a part that isn't necessarily flat. So we've chosen to measure it on an O-Detect, which has volumetric accuracy across the entire volume using ISO 10360-7. However, it is primarily camera-based, thus making it a really easy and efficient way to measure a part like a PCB board. But with that, that's our last stop on our tour of Quality 2023. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.